Kamala Harris is weighing her next move. Port towns are fighting back against the cruise industry, and a fugitive dog has become an icon in New Orleans. That's some of what we'll get to on the 7 from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn, in for Hannah Jewell. It's Monday, December 16th. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1. Vice President Kamala Harris is grappling with what her political future holds. Last month, Harris decisively lost the presidential election to Donald Trump, but she emerged from her whirlwind campaign with a higher approval rating than when she launched her bid. And she has largely escaped blame amid the recrimination and finger-pointing within the Democratic Party. Rather than blaming her, many Democrats believe she ran an impressive campaign against insurmountable odds and anti-incumbent headwinds. Now, she and her allies are discussing plans for a second act. They're debating whether the unofficial rule still applies, specifically whether her first shot at the White House as the Democratic nominee should also be her only one. Meanwhile, some of her donors and supporters hope she will run for governor of California in 2026. More than 20 current and former Harris advisors, donors, and confidants spoke to the Post about her next moves. They say she plans to take her time deciding, and she remains open to a variety of possibilities. Number 2. ABC News will pay $15 million to settle a defamation suit filed by Donald Trump. In a March TV interview, ABC anchor George Stephanopoulos said that Trump had been found civilly liable for the rape of writer E. Jean Carroll, but that's not true. Last year, a Manhattan jury found that Trump sexually abused and defamed Carroll, but it stopped short of saying Trump committed rape, which the writer had accused him of doing in the mid-90s. Trump sued Stephanopoulos and ABC, and on Saturday, a settlement was publicly filed. It said ABC will make a $15 million contribution to a presidential foundation and museum to be established by or for Trump. It will also pay $1 million in Trump's attorney fees. UnitedHealthcare's CEO worried about the company's image before he was fatally shot. That's number 3. Early this year, Brian Thompson delivered an urgent warning to colleagues. He argued that average Americans didn't understand the massive insurance company's role in the nation's health system. And he warned that the company faced growing anger over claims that it was making billions by denying health care to the ill and the elderly. Authorities said that anger directed at the company played a role on December 4th. That's when 26-year-old Ivy League graduate Luigi Mangione allegedly shot and killed the executive in New York City. Mangione had ranted online about the U.S. healthcare system, but according to UnitedHealthcare, the suspect was not insured by the company. Number 4. Hundreds of people are feared dead after a tropical cyclone hit the island nation of Mayotte. Tropical Cyclone Chido caused a trail of destruction in the French island territory in the southwest Indian Ocean this weekend. It directly hit as a Category 4 equivalent storm, with peak sustained winds of over 155 miles per hour. The official death toll stood at 11 as of yesterday, but that is expected to dramatically increase. Authorities are struggling to get an exact count because of the widespread damage. Chido's winds badly damaged or destroyed critical infrastructure, including the island's hospital and airport. That's making it more difficult for those injured to get care and for military flights to land with aid. Las Vegas police were ordered to pay $34 million to a woman exonerated of a 2001 killing. That's number 5. 23 years ago, Kirstin Blaise Lobato was accused of murdering Duran Bailey, a homeless man. She was just 18 at the time and was jailed for 16 years before her conviction was vacated in 2017. Last week, a federal civil jury decided on her compensation. It ruled that the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department must pay $34 million, and 2 police detectives must also each pay out $10,000 for their roles in fabricating evidence in the case. After the jury's decision, Lobato told local CBS affiliate 8 News Now she was relieved to put the uphill battle behind her, but she wasn't sure what her future holds.
I have no idea what the rest of my life is going to look like. All I know is what the past has looked like, and it was pretty bad.
Number 6. Residents in port towns are fighting to keep cruises out. From Alaska to Maine to Virginia, fed-up residents are rising up against what they consider a scourge on their communities. They say cruise ships pollute their air and water, drain the local economy, and dispatch overwhelming crowds that diminish their quality of life. Now, a grassroots movement is gaining momentum. Cruise opponents are launching an array of strategies to curtail the industry, such as limiting the size of the ships or the number of passengers permitted on shore. They are fighting back with protests, voting blocks, and coordinated efforts across borders, but they face staggering odds. The billion-dollar cruise ship industry is equipped with lobbyists, lawyers, and many fans. An estimated 35.7 million people are expected to cruise this year. And at number 7, a Houdini-like dog is stealing hearts in New Orleans. Scrim is a little white dog, and he is arguably the Big Easy's most notorious fugitive. He evaded animal catchers for 177 straight days before he was wrangled in October, only to break loose again less than a month later. Here's the clip of Scrim breaking out of his home by jumping out of a window. Citywide, people have been inspired to join the dog hunt, and the stray has been the scruffy muse of a zillion memes, t-shirts, a Good Morning America segment, and at least 8 tattoos. And one concerned citizen launched the Scrim Tracker, a Google Map tool tracing the dog's last known whereabouts. You can see his latest escape in our newsletter today. Just follow the link in our show notes. Wherever you are, we are rooting for you, Scrim. That's the show for today. Thanks for listening. If you like The 7, a great way to support our work is through a subscription to The Washington Post. An all-access digital subscription is only $4 every 4 weeks. Subscribe to the Post by going to washingtonpost.com/subscribe. I'm Christina Quinn. Thank you for listening. I'll meet you back here tomorrow.